From Luka with love. This was not one to remember, but it was a win for Dallas, and with that, we are tied at one aside. Doncic pouring in a step-back three. About 90 seconds remaining. They would play the foul game back and forth. They would go 96-93 was your final, but that, for all extensive purposes, was your dagger from Luka, who finished with 32, 6, and 9. As Dallas gets on the board back in that win column and evens things at one apiece. Bill Ryder back in studio as he has been all night long. And Bill, maybe because it's the end of the night, maybe because of that game, I feel like I need a shower. That was gross. I mean, a combined 39% from the field. I often just get you the ball and ask you what stood out, but what didn't stand out in this game? What was the thing, the fatal flaw on both sides offensively?
I mean, look, for the Clippers, it was just one of those regressions to the mean. Can I give some credit, though? That Dallas Mavericks defense has been extraordinary to close out the regular season, and we didn't see that in Game 1. And they found it with a force and with a passion in Game 2. And they did it without Daniel Gafford, who went out pretty early to a lower back injury, played 9 or 10 minutes. What happened was the Clippers were just befuddled by a Mavericks defense that's found another level. And even on a night, you're right, that was really ugly for LA because it was a poor shooting night across the board. The superstars for Dallas stepped up late in the game. You look at the box score, not an efficient night for Luka Doncic, not a super efficient night for Kyrie Irving. But in the fourth quarter, when the game is on the line, when you know it's going to be ugly, I wasn't sure those teams were going to get to 90 points. They certainly weren't getting to 100. It was the superstars who stepped up and matched their team's defense to get a very big W on the road.
We had the stats team upstairs looking at some combined score numbers that, as you said, through the foul game late in this one, we did get to a respectable final, I'd say, at 96-93, but this is something that felt like 96 or 93 in terms of offense in those years. You know, a Bulls fan in me would take that. Bill, the story coming into this one was the reintroduction of Kawhi Leonard. How did that affect what you saw on both ends of the court? Active through his hands, had some steals, 15, 2, 7, I believe, 4 steals as well for Kawhi. What did he do on both sides of the court?
He was impactful, and there were moments where he looked like Kawhi Leonard. It's hard to gauge to what degree Kawhi was rusty or the problem because every single Clipper was a problem, at least offensively. Certainly there were times where it looked like the game was moving a little bit fast for him, which is going to happen. You're going to be rusty. You're going to be a little bit slow. It's not like he's been out for months, but he's been out for a little bit. But I do think that it's a step forward for this team anyway, even though they lost, because you have to have Kawhi Leonard probably to win this series, certainly to make a deep run. And the sooner you get him back, and he had real minutes, the sooner, hopefully, he gets back to form and can play the level that he needs to, at least if you're a Clippers fan.
The series will shift to Dallas at 1 apiece. Intrigue injected here through a Dallas victory. Bill Ryder, thank you.